Now, there's no doubt about it that by far the most center plot point of the Mandalorian series has a lot to do with the character of Grogu. We know that the character is an ever-evolving one with a lot of new revelations on the horizon. That's all planned out, by the way, for Mandalorian Season 4, and even partially for this year's Season 3, that's going to bring a couple of things to light. However, Dave Filoni was able to kind of shed a couple of secrets and plans for the character of Grogu, teasing exactly who saved him and other aspects of the character that we may have never known about. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future Star Wars updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. Now, given that, yes, Dave Filoni has been really, putting things out there, thoroughly for the fans, revealing all these different teases and hints for the franchise, kind of just trying to keep the fans on edge in a good way, very excited, and really just making them look forward to the next installment. The next one being, of course, is the Ahsoka series. Now, that brings us to what Dave Filoni recently had to actually say about who saved Grogu. A lot of fans have been asking him, a lot of the media outlets out there have been asking Dave Filoni, like, who saved Grogu? Who saved Grogu? What really happened to that character? Where was he? And how did he actually leave Order 66? How did he get off of Coruscant? Stuff like that is, of course, the biggest question of all. And Favreau was able to shed light on exactly his plans for that and what fans can expect, and giving fans a bit of an idea of who it was that saved Grogu during the night of Order 66. So yeah, we're going to be tapping into all of this right now and exactly what Dave Filoni himself was able to reveal. So let's get into it now. Of course, Dave Filoni is somebody who loves to express his knowledge about the lore and mythology of the franchise, and is about to do plenty of that with his upcoming Ahsoka series set to debut this fall. However, in a recent interview, Filoni just teased who saved Grogu to the entire fandom by saying the following to everyone. So me and John have been questioning this one too many times, haha, but it's something that we take pride in writing, and I already know who saved Grogu, and I can say a couple of things if it's going to make the wait a little bit better for everybody. I want to tell you all that whoever saves Grogu is going to be a very familiar face that is going to alter your view of Revenge of the Sith quite deeply. I must say, actually, we are slowly building toward this reveal, and I won't say if it's going to be answered in this season or the next, but we are extremely close to letting all fans know who saved him. Our goal in mind is to make sure that this reveal is going to be something gigantic to the fan base. Now, guys, I just want to pause here quick before we get to the next big thing that Filoni has to say. So, a lot of fans have been really kind of tossing around different ideas on who really saved Grogu, who rescued, the creature, right? And if you guys saw the trailer of Mando 3, you do see what appears to be something piercing that door, which very much looks like either a lightsaber or some kind of cutting device going through the seams of that steel door, right? And a lot of fans have been asking themselves, is there a big surprise behind that door? We already know that Favreau said, if you were surprised in Mando Season 2 when it came to cameos, you're going to be very shocked about what you're about to see in Mando Season 3. So that's why a lot of fans are beginning to wonder if it's Anakin Skywalker behind that door coming through to complete that unfinished scene that was actually shown in the hologram when Kenobi's looking things over, where Anakin's taking down those Jedi. That's exactly what a lot of people believe is going to be portrayed in live action, full from start to finish. Now, the thing about this is that Dave Filoni says it's going to be a familiar face from, of course, Revenge of the Sith that's going to change and alter your perception of that movie, whoever saves Grogu. Now again, is it going to be a minor or major character? We're not quite sure. A familiar face can be anybody, right? It can be. Obviously, it can be anybody. But let's be real. If it was a minor character, would it really be all that much of a big surprise? I'm not so quite sure about that. So it could very well be dwindled down to a handful of characters, right? It could very well be Ahsoka, for all we know, that kept that a secret, but I doubt that. You know, Ahsoka looked to be, you know, very shocked about djarin holding the creature and really just kind of connecting with it. So Ahsoka's much out of the equation. We know that she's not really in that exact moment at the time anyway. So it really dwindles down to characters like Anakin or some minor characters out there. We already know that John and Dave are already well into the works of bringing Mace Windu back, making it that he never really died. So is it safe to say that they could very well bring him in as a cameo to save Grogu? Hey, anything's possible, but I really don't really quite see that happening to that extreme just yet. We know that they have plans for Mace to come in for the Obi-Wan Kenobi, soft reboot, as well as Mando Season 4 as his elderly version of himself. Stuff like that are in the works. So that's why a lot of fans are believing it to be Anakin, but I don't know so much about that just yet. We haven't really seen anything about that. Now, on top of this, he goes on to say something that we wanted to impact Revenge of the Sith, and how you see a certain character's path in that movie is what drove us. And I have no worries saying that it's going to change our view of that movie, since there are so many characters to go through on who saved Grogu. This was a very tough and difficult process to build up to this reveal, and George absolutely loves how it changes things around for Revenge of the Sith quite a bit. I also want to clear things up that whoever saves him is going to be breaking a certain rule in Star Wars that will absolutely take fans by shock, I believe. And we just hope we get the exciting response that we are reaching towards with this big revelation. Now, again, Dave Filoni pointing it out there that there are many characters to choose from on who saved Grogu, which is why it's possible that it could just be a minor character that's going to be built up in a very big way. Now, who knows, right? The other side of the spectrum here that really takes me, off guard a bit is how Filoni puts it out there that this is going to break a certain rule in Star Wars. What in the world does that mean? I have no idea. What rule are they going to be breaking, right? Could it very well have to do something with Anakin saving Grogu and breaking the rule of one being seduced by the dark side and breaking free from it so easily like that? Who knows? We really just don't know at this point in time. You know, we know that they have been keeping this so tight-lipped when it comes to who saves Grogu, even to the cast and the crew, that we haven't really even heard much about it behind closed doors. Now, with that being, of course, put out there, we know things like, for example, Order 66 flashbacks are going to be a progressive thing throughout all upcoming shows. Anakin Skywalker is going to have multiple revelations in upcoming shows as well. And let's not forget that Dave Filoni just teased a couple of weeks ago that new secrets of Ahsoka Tano will come to light in the Ahsoka Tano series itself by this fall. So anyways, guys, fill me in below in the comments what you guys have to say about all of this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding on the one. From night to moon, we hear.